Well, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little comparison review between the cheese spin and curl and an Amazon alternative. So if you're unfamiliar, here is the cheese spin and curl. It is, in my opinion, a very easy way to curl your hair. A great tool for beginners and really burn proof. I don't think that you can burn yourself with this. I mean, that doesn't mean I want you to go ahead and try. I just feel like there's a lot less risk with burning your face with this or your scalp. Now, the alternative I'm going to be talking to you about today is from Amazon. This is the alternative I'm going to be reviewing today. It is from Untitled. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is a bit of a smaller version, as you can see. I'm just gonna hold them both side by side. This retails for about $35. I think it might even be on sale normally, I think 40 bucks. This is like 75 to 80 to maybe 100, depending on the color that you get, because they have it in, of course, black, and then they have red. That's all that I can think of, maybe pink, I don't know, but there's a few other options with this. So cheese spin and curl and the Untitled automatic hair curler. So I actually have a full review and actually a full comparison of the cheese spin and curl compared to a hair wand. I will link that video for you in the description box, but let's go ahead and get started on the Amazon automatic hair curler. And of course, we want to protect our hair with some of this spray. Always use a heat protectant spray. A lot of my friends don't, and I just can't believe it, especially for those who work in TV. I'm just like, how can you not? Okay, so I'm gonna start warming this up. So I'm just going to power it on, and I'm going to set it at the 190°C range. So when I looked up what 190°C was to Fahrenheit, it was like maybe 370 degrees. So since I'm doing my hair out here in my office/closet, I'm going to be using this little silicone mat to lay the hair tool on so it doesn't burn my floor. Also, I'll show you my new necklace I just got in the other day. It is a Chanel necklace from Dawidowicz. Dawidowicz is a small business that takes designer buttons and repurposes them into jewelry. So this is my third piece from the company. I absolutely love it. My first piece were a set of Chanel earrings. My second piece was an Hermes button necklace. And then this is my third piece. So absolutely love it. Great quality. And they ship pretty fast. So I will link them in the description box as well. And I think what I'm gonna do is do this side with the Amazon version of the cheese spin and curl. This side will be the original cheese spin and curl. All right, so it looks like this is ready to be used, and I just wanna show you real quick. Both of them have arrows so that you can select which direction you want the hair to spin in. And if you look at it from this angle, it looks like the cheese spin and curl can take on a bigger strand, whereas this looks like it might have to be a little thinner. So if I'm curling the hair on this side of my face, I'm going to make it spin away from me. So let me just grab a normal size strand that I would typically grab when I'm using the cheese spin and curl, which would probably be about this much. And I'm just gonna use it the same way I use the cheese spin and curl. And what I like to do is I like to make sure I'm looking at the hair tool and put my thumb in the direction where I know I want to press. Okay. Oops, let me not mess this up. Okay, here we go. All right, I messed up. I'm pretty sure that was just user error. It is pretty hot, so I can feel that. Let me just try a little bit of a thinner strand. Here we go. So now it's all in there. I don't feel any heat on my face, so that's great. I just don't know if this is gonna beep. That obviously means I did not read the instructions. So I'm just gonna pull it out. Look at that. All right, after fully reading the instructions, it sounds like there's no beeping for this. And it says release the button after 15 to 20 seconds. So it sounds like they want you to hold it the whole time. So let's try this strand. This is a bit thinner. Now I'm putting it directly in here and see if that makes it better. smoother. I don't really see the point of having to hold it because I don't have to do that with the cheese spin and curl. And I'm just gonna release it when I feel like it's ready. Oh, look at that. That's a nice one. So it seems like the secret to using a bigger strand is that you have to actually insert it in. Whereas with the cheese spin and curl, I didn't really have to be as precise, and it just kind of grabbed it all in a gentle way. Look at that. Oh, look at that little ending there. Maybe I should have held onto the button longer. One thing I've noticed is that when I press the button to pull the hair in, the cheese spin and curl has these little like waves. I don't even know if they're showing up on the camera, but if you see back over here, that helps pull the hair in the right direction. That's what I've noticed when I'm using the cheese spin and curl. Now this doesn't have any of that, so I think that's why I'm having it tangle a lot more easily than it does with the cheese spin and curl. And I think that's why you have to be really precise when you're inserting your hair in here, because there are no hands to grab it like the cheese spin and curl has. So it's a lot more smoother with the cheese spin and curl so far. Good. So you can see here I held on to the button a little bit longer than I did with this strand that didn't finish curling. One thing I actually really like is that the buttons for this are under. So it's like the opposite of where everything's at. This is a little tough. I think I pressed the wrong button. Oops. So now it's going to all turn the other way. So one thing that I just noticed is different is the buttons to turn your hair. They're on opposite sides. So the opening for your hair. So when I'm using my cheese spin and curl, this opening is on the outside, and then the buttons are also on the outside. But for this product from Amazon, this opening is on the opposite side from the button, which I think makes it a lot easier for you to press and know which way you're turning when you have it up against you. So that's a difference that I think I like. I think I'm going to try to redo this strand since I messed that up. Really important to make sure that you get the strand directly in there before you start. And probably all on the same side. There we go. Look at that. That is so much better. Now I'm gonna do the cheese spin and curl on this side. And I wanna make sure that I explain this correctly. You don't have to be as precise as you have to with this tool. So here, just put it right here. Look at that. It's just over that product. And it all goes in. Whereas when I tried to do that with this earlier, it got tangled really fast. And with the cheese spin and curl, we're gonna hear that beat. There we go, look at that. See? So easy, so fast. I really don't have to think about it, where I feel like, at least so far, I have to really try with this one. The curls also seem to be a little bit tighter with the cheese spin and curl. Like if we do a just quick comparison, these are just overall tighter. And that's something I talk about in my review for the cheese spin and curl, is that all the curls are pretty uniform and you can't really like do the curls in your own way. Like they're all gonna look the same. Okay, so I just finished curling my hair on this side with the cheese spin and curl, and you can see it is definitely a lot tighter. So it's a bit of a different style that you get with the Amazon automatic curler compared to the cheese spin and curl. And then with the Amazon automatic curler, the curls aren't as tight, but I mean, they're still pretty tight, but when you compare it, like this is like Goldilocks and this isn't. But I hope you can see that when I'm curling my hair, it is just really effortless when I put this up against my head and I can just drop it over it and it goes in. With this, however, it is just not that easy. The point of these reviews is to help you make a decision. So if you're someone who doesn't want to spend $80 on the cheese spin and curl, I want to make sure that I help you make the right decision. So let's get this strand here. And I'm gonna use this exactly like I used the cheese spin and curl. Look at that. That did not go in. Look at that. That's a good curl. That's a really good curl. That was good. I didn't even try to like hook it in. I just laid it out there, but I had to make sure it was brushed. And I always do that with the cheese spin and curl as well. All right, so I think I'm just getting the hang of it now, where it felt like when I first started using this, I had to be super precise. And now I'm not being precise. I'm just kind of throwing it over there. And it seems to be working out well. And my face is still perfectly fine. I'm not being burnt or anything, but this does feel really hot. Look at that. But the outside of this does not feel hot at all. It barely even feels warm. So that's a big difference between the two. This is really hot. You can even see it. Yeah, this doesn't feel like that at all. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely more of a Goldilocks curl compared to this one. I do really appreciate the buttons on this side being on the bottom, being underneath, whereas this is still on the outside. Gonna finish the top half of my hair going on with the cheese spin and curl on this side and the Amazon automatic curler on this side. Right, so here is the finished look of the curls. Amazon automatic curler on this side, cheese spin and curl on this side. And I think here you can really see how the curls just look so uniform. Whereas on this side, it just looks a little more bouncy. Would I say this hair tool is a good product? Yeah, it actually works. It does a good job. It does curl your hair, and it makes curling your hair easy. One thing I really like about this product is that the buttons are underneath. So it's really easy for you to press them as you're curling your hair. Whereas with the cheese spin and curl, it's at the top. So that's like the only thing I don't like about the cheese spin and curl. Now I almost knocked the product early because I thought you had to be super precise. But as I went on and continued to use it, I learned you don't have to be super precise. You just gotta make sure, as with the cheese spin and curl, that you comb your hair or brush your hair so that it's not going to be tangly once this tool grabs it in and starts twirling it. One thing that really stands out is how hot this product gets. You can really feel the difference. Now, it's not hot to where it's actually burning my hand, but it's just something I noticed as I was using this product. Whereas with the cheese spin and curl, you really don't feel much heat at all. Any heat that I feel right now, it is just a lot less compared to this. And of course, the other big difference is this does not beep at you. So it's up to you to understand and remember how long your hair is in here so that you don't burn it. Whereas with the cheese spin and curl, it beeps at you and lets you know every single time. And yes, I do think the beeping can be kind of obnoxious at times, but at least for girls who are just learning how to curl their hair, this isn't gonna throw them off. This will let them know, oh, I gotta take my hair out. Whereas with this, you're just on your own. Overall, which product would I choose? I would still choose the cheese spin and curl because you feel less heat. It has a timer that lets you know when to take your hair out. I just like that it has little, I guess, combs or little hands inside to make it so that it grabs your hair easier or easily. Whereas with this, it has nothing. So you're kind of just on your own. Price point though, it's a pretty big price point. We got this for about $80 and it can go up depending on the color you get, whereas this is about $35 to $40. In the end, they do the same thing. They make it easy to curl your hair. It's all pretty effortless. And you can see they both work. So in the end, it's really just up to you and how much you want to spend. I personally would stick with the Chi Spin and Curl, but if you are on a budget, I don't think there's anything wrong with this product either. For 85 to 100 bucks for the Chi Spin and Curl compared to $35 to $40 for this on Amazon, like I said, they both do the same thing. So it's really just up to you. And then here's how it looks with the curls. I personally enjoy using the Chi Spin and Curl right before I go to bed because my curls are tight, but when I wake up, I get really pretty loose waves. And I just tried this out for the first time, and I'm definitely going to sleep with this on. I'll apply a little bit of hairspray, but I think right now it's fallen in a really pretty way. So it's like you're ready to go out right away after using this. This you can, depending on the look you want, but I just like my curls to be a little bit looser. So let's give this product a rating. I would say out of 10, I would give this product probably an 8. It's not a bad product at all. It really works well and it's affordable. So I'm going to link this down in the description box for you so that you can go and check it out. Just be aware the temps are in Celsius, but I stuck to 190 degrees Celsius because I feel like that was around 370 degrees. I think it was like 373 when I Googled it. I totally missed a strand. As for my hair right now, I'm just going to wear it as it is. I might not stick for the middle part. I know a lot of people are against it now, like Gen Zers, but I just can't. I just don't think the middle part is for me. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. I put out a video at least once a week, whether it's a full review like this or a little YouTube short. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!